Lines up Johnny, Passy is on it. And again, protects the ball. Down he goes, free kick Nigeria. He was rejected by Crystal Palace, by West Ham, by Wolves, Leighton Orient, Charlton Athletic twice, and by Barnet before he joined Leicester City there in France. And here he is. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Ready to go. I think I mentioned this to you before, but I think he really came to his own. He shifted from left back into a central defensive position, where he seems to read the game absolutely impeccably. Seeing Alessio go past him, is possibly thrown the ball back towards his own defence, away by Bruno. Big boots on him, probably Guy Batchley. Warby and Elkanus getting to know one another a little well, and the referee takes the ball to the middle. We'll have a top ball to get played back the way. It's so beautiful, the red ball to watch the play. The ball. Morocco with a perfect record in qualifying against Nigeria with a perfect record in this tournament. To Kenya guys. Not the ball again. Alrighty. Both teams have really been impressive this tournament. Well, I saw it on those watching on. Possession favoring Morocco slightly through 25 minutes, but not dominating. Well, they have a throw up in Nigeria. So, a good thing is Nigeria. We build a caution level, and the Nigerians are doing the same. And passing. Looking up for the fight to Mori. Bruno Stake.
Nigeria is playing today.
Not too far ahead of Mori, and Sakai goes to. Now an opportunity for him to show his swift passing through and perhaps even his palm of finishing as well. It will be Akbar from left, but it will be past right. That's really good case in this tournament so far. header in the middle. Martinez is not a football player from the mark. This is a very good defensive header. This is the way I thought it was. Oh, ready to check out. Well, there were two decent opportunities in the last couple of minutes. Nigeria should be continuing with this very important in the minutes prior to that match. There we were seeing a little more industry from both sides. The momentum starting to shift as well. That's it. Angelica. Shuriatane. Paul City now. Over Arsenal, he's player. So much discipline on both sides. And the working position on both sides, we have total respect for one another. Yeah, they're not intimidating, but they're absolutely respect their opponent. Exactly. The first thing they're not taking it well. So it's not the change, but the energy of trying to say is these are their first. Puts it under control, and eventually Nigeria has the throw. Defensive network. Impressive. Now you understand why they was here. Why they could get this stuff. Charlotte encouragement were hushed slightly by Nigeria's attacking bonus. Miguel Thunderclap is beginning to go around from us. Ball back into space, and he will bring that into control. Ball was falling for it, we'll see from his captain. Again, and the pressure from Osimhen. He will be getting a little touch on Martinez's ball. Osimhen now into the chance. Square it, look on his bed, and Martinez wins the ball. There you go, the touchdown. Takes position for Nigeria. We're still seeing tiny errors being caused by opponents. But the recovery was so good. He was trying here, so three forward. Osimhen beyond Messi into the late area. He's holding his place. And the referee is just free kick for Ruto out to the area. And this is bad news for Gilbert Messi, because that means he will miss Nigeria's next fixture. Gilbert Messi with a yellow card means he's suspended for Nigeria's last game. They're in third place for the final. Now, there's his set piece. Morocco now Marquinhos is. He's got the ability to get an error even from this angle. He's a quality set piece taker, but will he up the front tube it in for any of the tall players to get on the end of? Or will it go direct? He's trying to beat Romania the Nigeria goal. And here he goes direct, and he's not good for it. It's to the outside, isn't it? He's struck it very well. I think the measurement is a bit under the wall there. Now it's sitting on the step for him. He's making it out of the way. It's lining up a rule for the Grand Prix. Yeah, I think everything is really close there. Very quickly in an attempt to catch Nigeria with the momentum against him. I don't think he lost his own feels from under the start. I think it's kind of like a slip. Not moving it straight to go. Something was really outside his fly. I don't get too technical or scientific there, but it looks like his rectus humerus has been bounded up at a moment's knee. It does hurt. It does hurt. You know it's the rectus humerus muscle because a torn line. Well, as Al-Shuli back on the ball, realizes to go up for another throw-in. Scored his first goal of the tournament in the victory over Cameroon. Warm-ups continue, so Vardy back in the action, delivers a decent-looking ball at the head of Gohani. It's kicked in play by Hakimi. Players wait for a delivery, and Bruno comes out. Looks for Diaz. The pressure from Lucine. Down he goes, free kick Morocco. It's swinging quickly again. I think he's delivery close to Romani. When he looks at it undecided, has to whether he will catch it or punch it. In the end, it does. Stop again. I think some technicality there with the referees. It looks like the communication system might have a little problem. Samuel Louis-Bunda, the 39-year-old Rwandan who's looking for official body area to get there, but another look at the free kick. Genuinely not too far away. Well strong. Very well strong. So when lights are on, it's causing this wonderful candle light effect Morocco. This is really grotesque. Awful handball.
Nigeria for. Nigeria, let's go to Lupo Chumak or greet you again. Excel. Nigeria is setting in the final. At least it is a prayer there. Greeting all those who are accompanying us there in Nigeria. 100% says Young Wong Music. Also greeting us, a big greeting to you. Sabu Arem saying to Nigeria, many public of the Green Eagles that today were white had raised their wings that go to the left. Number 13 is presented, a ball that ends up being in favor of Nigeria because there was an infraction that was committed at number 13. The main referee does mark it. A tough tackle by Anawi, a free throw for Nigeria. Marcelo, we're running away from the first half, and Nigeria starts to settle up.
Yes, the participation of Bowie that you mentioned is fundamental for Nigeria that has not had so much concession of the ball, but has had some chances perhaps in the last 10 minutes was where the Morocco team generated the greatest approaches, but it's a really open match where although Morocco generally starts to grow on the right wing, the match is 0-0. And we have to keep in mind that the offensive power that Nigeria has is not at all negligible.
A big greeting to Estela. I love my country. He says, I love my country, Nigeria. I love you, Nigeria. Good luck, Amanda, Daniel, 5574. We greet all Felicia, Nina, leaving Nigeria's Dairitas, who advances on the right half. Adams, let's see what number 22 does. Pokemon is projected for Lukman, but before he was cutting the defense of number 23, high pressure from Nigeria. Recovers the ball in the green and white cast that is giving a significant headache to the Moroccan team. Sanchez Samuel has to send the ball out with great momentum. There, one of the forwards, Gavi, who is going down to recover. Morocco now can't find the ball. Nigeria is slowly moving forward. Marcelo leads us in the first half. 0-0. Many people connected, many people participating. Thanks everyone.
Yes, really well. The situation of Akabi grabs this last stretch right from Morocco, where the attacking center has to descend to have contact with the ball and ends Nigeria with territorial dominance. We will see if he can take advantage of this move.
She came to the right sector through Adams, who couldn't find any teammates. Why? Because the center was too long, so long that she went from right to left. How much longer are we going to play, Marcelo, so that the first half ends? Nigeria 0.
We are going to play one more minute with almost 10,000 people on the other side. We are going to ask each of you, those who have not yet pressed the like button, to do so that in this case the transmission can continue to proliferate. The objective is to reach 1,000 thumbs up, so all together simultaneously to continue. Automatically notifies you of what the next events that are coming to our channel are. The possibility of experiencing what the grand final will be next Sunday here in Red Deportivo.
Dear producer Andres Camargo, I want to be with you in that final. we want to make the final with Marcelo or with any of our friends and colleagues. We want to be present. The first half is over. 10,200 people. 10,200 people. 950 likes. Marcelo, I leave you the party served, the table prepared, the best refreshments, the best appetizers, the most delicious, because we are in the presence of an exciting duel. It is all yours. The comment of why Nigeria, Morocco 0-0. In 10 minutes we will meet again. We are going to walk a little to the price of Morena to rest, to regain strength, and live, I promise you something. Community of Rey Deportivo, you're listening to me, huh? In the last match I told you came and the story ended. Here I promise you 2 goals for the second half and the best comment on the voice of Marcelo Box.
Vamos a repasar. Let's review what these first 45 minutes have been, where Morocco and Nigeria are matching without so many. With this result, if it remains in the next 45 minutes, we will have 30 minutes of addition, and if parity persists, we will go to the penalty shootout. But for that, before starting to break down what the actions have been here in Morocco, we're going to invite each and every one of you to click the like button so that this broadcast continues to proliferate at more than 9,000 connected. Grateful to each one of you for giving us the possibility of continuing to grow. The invitation is also made for you to subscribe to Rey Deportivo's channel. Subscriptions are completely free, so you can automatically subscribe to those who haven't already. Also, the suggestion is that you activate the notification bell. It's of utmost importance that you do so, because the platform automatically will notify you of the upcoming events, not only here in the African Cup of Nations, but will be with the development of different competitions. Well, let's review now what has been these first 45 minutes. We said, along with Ariel Ramos, that 2 teams were arriving here, starting at the beginning of this contest as candidates to achieve this contest, right? Morocco, which, in my opinion, lives its best moment in history, right? Because not only do they come from being champions of the Arab Cup, because in the last World Cup, they reached the behest of the semifinals, because they just became world champions at youth levels in the World Cup played in Chile, which was a broadcast by Rey Deportivo. That's why I insist with the suggestion that Rey Deportivo's family continue to subscribe to the channel. And also because he has made some great Olympic games, the last ones we had present precisely at a football level. And because of all those kinds of issues, it seems to me that Morocco starts as one of the candidates to, knowing that it is the team that officiates at home, right? Although this is a tournament where there are various participations, Morocco has the burden of being local and could perhaps be something to take into account. Right now, footballers, knowing that Morocco usually doesn't start as a candidate and also a position as a local, well, it could be something really challenging, taking into account that in the next World Cup, seems to me that the national team will see it with different eyes. The truth is that Morocco arrived here, the team that, in my opinion, has been doing things differently for the smaller, because although it has not lost in the contest, so far it has not had a good first round. I mean, in what this national team can show, right? Because they collected 7 out of 9 points, because they remain undefeated, where they only gave up points against Mali, a team that was eliminated against the team from Senegal in the quarterfinal instance. But I mean, they did a good job against the team of Cameroon. We have been with Ariel Ramos in that meeting. In fact, I have had the possibility of participating in 4 broadcasts where Morocco has had action, and it really is a team that is on the rise. I mean, at a football level where it has more than interesting footballers, right? But beyond all these previous issues, there's a giant in front. We're talking about Nigeria, which unfortunately, and in counterpart to this great historical moment that Morocco is experiencing, has been left out of the next World Cup. It has really been a blow for Nigeria that deposits its hope, its enthusiasm in reconnecting with its great history in this African Cup of Nations. Therefore, in the first 45 minutes, one understood that Morocco, with the burden of being local, with that good performance that has in recent games, was going to be the team that takes playing actions. We were saying that perhaps the most interesting thing about Morocco is on the right wing, right, with Ibrahim Diaz and Hakimi, 2 footballers who have given profit to their game time, but maybe one understands that they haven't given it much preponderance to the other sector of the court, right? Because Masraoui and Abde haven't had many possibilities to generate play associative with the Sasai Bari, who paradoxically was the one who had the clearest chance precisely for that sector on the left wing triangulation of these 2 footballers and assistance for the footballer who plays in the Dutch league, a rebound in the left that found him well positioned as the Nigerian goalkeeper. Then he had some chance in the Moroccan cast, but Nigeria's resistance came here, changing perhaps the initial plan or the plan that it has been sustaining, right, throughout this contest. Well, perhaps with a more reticent position, defending very, very close to the goal of his goal. And disconnecting his 3 attacking men who are really a guarantee. We're talking about Lookman, a footballer who shines in Serie A. Osimhen of a real ideal career, and in footballer Adams belonging to Sevilla. We were saying that Nico's initial plan was to try to shelter himself, to try to stop the advances of Morocco, particularly from the gangs, right? Because it gives the game a lot of breadth to be able to generate those famous interior spaces and supply. The Kavi, who has not had a chance, it should be mentioned that we have noticed the attacking center uncomfortable who are militating in the Greek league, but that is producing exclusively the great work that Nigeria has done in the offensive facet. But it must also be mentioned that it has been far behind Bono's goal. That's why it recovered very.
Students are really equipped to move forward to the next stage of their career.
Anything that has a little bit of electronic, anything with autonomy, I'm now
towards the 2 forwards that Nigeria has. That's why beyond some sporadic situation, we remember that shot to the approximately 20 minutes of this first half where Lookman left the right wing and positioned himself behind Morocco's containment midfielders. Morocco, captured the ball, and with a cross shot, he had to move the goalkeeper for Morocco, who until now had been a luxury spectator. Bono had to lean towards his right sector and avoid what could have been the fall and the surprise here in Tajar. We have closed the comment in relation to the first 45 minutes where, unlike what we have experienced in the other semi-final, one understands that it is a much more dynamic match, right, where the teams although here there is one like Morocco that has the initiative for the push of its audiences because it wants to cut the 50-year streak without titles at the African Cup of Nations level because it faces perhaps Nigeria understands precisely this issue that from that facet of the game one can come to feel inferior and gives him prominence, but in front of him there is an opponent, there is a team that unfortunately will not participate in the World Cup. And this tournament can be crucial precisely to try to forget that bad day against the Democratic Republic of the Congo that unfortunately left him without the participation in the next World Cup. That's how the first 45 minutes passed here at Target, where Morocco and Nigeria equalize 0-0 and equality persists. We will go into extra time, and if there is no one who can break this marker, we will go to the penalty show. We want to thank each and every one of you, more than 10,000 connected. The invitation is made for you to subscribe to the Rey Deportivos channel. If you haven't already, it's a suggestion. It's totally free, and I think you won't miss any of the best matches. The invitation is made for you to schedule that next Sunday, these prestigious competitions, African Cup will be defined. That's why we say that the suggestion is made to activate the notification bell once subscribed, and so that the platform is automatically notifying you of upcoming events here. It